All right, welcome back. Today's class is going to be a neck class. So this class is for those of you with stiff necks, those of you that want to start to integrate some neck movement into your day, and especially those of you that spend a lot of your time staring at a computer, sitting at a desk, or staring at your phone, okay? So we're going to make this class pretty quick so that you can easily integrate it into your day and keep coming back to it and sprinkling it in fairly frequently. I'm going to show you guys some super easy but super effective tips to actually get a little bit more out of your neck mobility work, and some stretches you're probably going to want to keep in your back pocket for throughout the day as well, so that even if you don't have time to sit down and do this full routine, you can at least extract those awesome stretches and then inject them into your day whenever you need. Now you're going to notice right now I'm sitting in this kneeling position here. You can be in any position you want. If you want to pop up into tall kneeling, if you want to do this sitting, if you want to be cross-legged on the floor, if you want to be standing, it's all fair game. Find a position that's comfortable for you. We're basically just going to be moving our necks today, all right? Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with some neck cars, but we're not going to do them like we do a normal neck car. We're really going to break it up, and we're really going to slow it down so that you can accumulate a little bit more time under tension, or length, time at length, and so that you can assess where your neck is tight. So join me here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep our shoulders actually fairly relaxed on this one. I don't want you to stiffen everything up. This is going to be kind of more of a relaxing routine for your neck. We're just going to bring our chins all the way down to our chest, as low as you can, and then I want you to think about swinging that chin, leading with your chin, over and across your right collarbone as far as you can. When you can't go any further, you're going to drop your right ear over your shoulder. Careful that your left shoulder doesn't start coming with you, okay? So you're going to drop that ear over your shoulder. When you can't go back any further, we're going to bring you back down, chin down to collarbone, and then you're going to sweep that collarbone right back to home base where you started. Then same thing, nice and slow, swinging that chin across your right shoulder, dropping that ear over that shoulder, and then bringing it back, chin to collarbone, and back to home base. You're going to keep doing that. We're going to do 2 more of these nice and slow. And I want you to really try and capture as much length as you can here without any pinching or pain whatsoever. Always remember to detour around any pinch or painful points as needed. Chin's going to swing around that collarbone back to home base. And then we're going to do 1 more here. Swing around that collarbone over to the right. Pull your right ear over your right shoulder. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue swinging that chin all the way around up to midline, and then you're going to take it all the way back down so that your chin comes back down to your collarbone. Then you're going to drop that ear over your shoulder again. You're going to come all the way up as far as you can without pain. Remember, you shouldn't have any pain in the back of your neck, so if you need to reduce the range, you can. And then come all the way back down so that chin touches that collarbone if you can get it there. And then you're going to drop that ear over your shoulder again, come back to midline, and then come all the way back to that shoulder. Now I'm talking the whole time here. Let's do 1 more together. One thing I want you to ask yourself right now, so we're going to catch you kind of mid-rep here so that you can get a true assessment of where you naturally find yourself. I want you to ask yourself where your tongue is right now. If you're lucky, it's resting on the top of your mouth. If it's pushing forward into your teeth, I need you to stop and I need you to place it on the top of your mouth. If it's just free floating, again, I want you to just gently place it on the top of your mouth. We're all going to do that together. That's actually going to help your neck stay relaxed. Now we're going to come over to the left side. So when you come back and you do this routine, now you know, my tendency is to have my tongue doing whatever the heck it was just doing rather than being relaxed in the roof of my mouth. And if I want my neck to relax, I'm going to need to place it there. So now you know what your natural habit is. Be aware of it, and let's see if you can keep it on the roof of your mouth the whole time. And know that by the roof of your mouth, I don't mean pushing into your top teeth. Again, that's going to make your neck stiffen up. I want you to make sure it stays on the roof of your mouth the whole time here. Now let's do 1 more to the left. When we come down to this left side, make sure your shoulder's not shrugging up. Make sure your shoulder's staying still. Chin comes down to that shoulder. Then it's going to drop back up, or drop back over the shoulder and come back up. We're going to hit midline, and now we're going to come all the way around past where we were. Chin's gonna come down to collarbone. And then we're gonna swing it around that collarbone over to midline. I'm gonna take this mic off so I don't blow your ears out. We're gonna rotate back to the left. Left ear is gonna drop over left shoulder. You should feel a big stretch over on this front right side. And then we're gonna bring it back down, swing it back across to midline. Chin swings back across over that left collarbone. Then left ear drops over left shoulder. Then you're gonna bring that chin back down to that collarbone. Swing it all the way back to midline. Quick check, where's your tongue? Make sure it's still resting on the roof of your mouth. Ear's gonna drop over that shoulder. Chin's gonna come back down. And we're gonna swing it all the way back across. Now, same exercise, but we're gonna do one round where we just assess something. Here's what you're gonna assess. You're gonna assess, and I should show you guys a side view. You're gonna assess how your neck feels or how your tension in your neck changes when you give yourself a big underbite, okay? So your bottom jaw is gonna go forward, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring your chin down to your chest just like you would in a normal neck car, okay? I want you to rotate your chin across that collarbone just like you normally would. You're gonna drop that ear over your shoulder just like we did before. You're gonna come all the way up to midline and extension, and now we're gonna feel it out. So I want you to take that bottom jaw. I'm not gonna be able to demonstrate it and talk at the same time. I wish I was that talented, I'm not. I want you to slide that jaw up towards the ceiling, and here's what that's gonna look like. Okay, if you can, once again, make sure your tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth, just like in the last exercise. You're gonna keep that bottom jaw unlocked and protruded forward, and then you're gonna scan back over to that right side. Okay, so rotate to the right, bring your chin back down to that shoulder. See how it feels. You might notice way more tension, and if you do, that's good information for you. Then you're gonna come all the way back up, and then we're gonna scan over to the left side. Again, jaws staying forward, protruded. Big underbite. You're gonna rotate your head all the way to the left. Bring your chin down to that shoulder. And then you're gonna go back up again. Jaw staying up the whole time. So right now you're dragging a little bit more tissue tension in and connecting with all that tissue that draws in or dials in or connects to your jaw as you go through and you scan this neck car. Now again, if you're one of those people that spends all day down here staring at your computer screen, staring at your phone, you probably don't spend much time in neck extension anyways. And neck extension is actually the natural curve of your neck. So we are made to have around 30 degrees of extension in our neck just at rest, right? And we can lose that with time. So you're gonna do one more rep here back and forth, accumulating a little bit more time in neck extension in this top half of that neck car, but also dragging in any stuff that's related to your jaw. We're gonna come back around to that left side, and then once you bring that left chin down to your left shoulder, you're gonna swing it back across and back to midline. Very good. Now, we're gonna do one more here. This one's gonna be a little bit different. So on this one, what you're gonna do, you dragged in all that tension that it connected up here to your jaw on the last one. Some of you will have noticed a significant change in the tension that you felt in your neck. You might have found some tight areas. That's something new you can play with. On this last one, what we're gonna do, tongue's gonna stay resting on the roof of your mouth. Remember, that's important. You're gonna try and drag your skin below your neck down on this next exercise. I don't want you to think compress into yourself, so you're not pushing back this way with your hands, you're trying to pull down. So you're gonna want hands on your bare chest for this one. It's really tricky to do it with a t-shirt, so you're just gonna drag the t-shirt down. It's just gonna pull your neck forward, and we don't want that. So instead, what you're gonna do is I'm gonna take this off for just a second again. We're gonna flip this over. You're gonna go hands on your chest, okay? Just try and grab some traction on your skin, and you're just gonna gently pull your skin down away from your neck, okay? And now we're gonna do that same neck car, and you're gonna feel it out here. Continue pulling that skin down. You're not gonna feel a whole bunch in this bottom position, but as you swing your chin over to your right collarbone, and then you drop it over your shoulder, you might start to feel a little bit more. And try to grab as much surface area of your skin as you can as you drag it down, and then just explore one really slow car for me here, rotating all the way over to the left side. Chin's gonna come down to that left collarbone. And then you're gonna come back through to midline. And then we're gonna go back the other way. Come all the way back over that shoulder. Swing around and just take note of any areas that feel tight for you. Now that you've done one full rep, I want you to find what felt like the tightest area for you, which actually for me is right here. Keep dragging that skin down, and I just want you to stay here for a little bit. Keep your neck relaxed, keep your jaw relaxed, keep your tongue relaxed, which means on the roof of your mouth. You're gonna hang out there. Give me a few nice, slow, deep breaths in that position. Again, whichever one feels tightest for you. Continuing to just kind of drag that skin down with your hands. And then once you've done so, you can slowly come back to your start point. And you are done. And now you've got multiple different ways to explore your neck carves. You've got multiple different ways to kind of find, assess, and start to work on getting some length back in the tissue in your neck. And like we said earlier, if you spend all day in neck flexion, you've accumulated much more time in neck extension and rotation and using the ranges of motion that you might be using the least on a day-to-day basis. I hope that left you feeling better. Like I said, keep coming back to this when you can and try and sprinkle this work into your day throughout the day, especially if you know that you spend a lot of time with your neck just stationary or flexed. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.